Oh, sorry about that. Welcome, welcome. I was recently in a raid train, just my second one, and a gal asked if the things I sell could be put in buy now so they can buy whenever they like, because a lot of it is stuffed French invoices, checks, documents, ledgers that I have scanned and then printed out into different packs. And so a lot of my stuff is in buy now. To put it in the show, I have to shift it back. So I'm kind of testing tonight to see how that goes. Susan, be sure and read my show notes. I have uh, Victorian, oh, let me just get them. Victorian die cuts that I have been selling for a while. And I started working on another set of different ones and discovered the first set I did of these didn't look as good. And so we'll call that phase one. So I have now redone all of these and are much better in my opinion. And so I feel bad for those that had bought them. I mean, they looked okay, but a lot of the uh, glasses and some of the stuff on the ends of their hands, like, let me find one, like this one. The eyeglass may not, it might have just been kind of a jagged thing instead of actually being able to tell that that she's holding glasses. And I feel bad. And so, what I'm going to do for those that have purchased them before is if they would like a good newer set, to purchase just one thing, and I will include them in your package. The whole set of 23, even if you only bought, the small pack. I have them in, and I had 21 when I first started. Then I got a 22nd one, and then now after all of this, I have all 23. I had the great big hand painted litho prints that I scanned and I printed them out on 8.5 by 11. So I've got that size. Then I removed all the backgrounds and did just these little, I, you can call them die cuts or dolls because they're on 47-pound paper. So, Susan, that's the long, that's the long story. Now, since I've been talking about them, I will go ahead and run. I have one full set today to sell. I'm still in the process of getting them cut out, the new ones. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. If I can find it. Well, heavens to Betsy. I must have done something wrong. Where are they? Well, I can see them there. I had trouble deciding tonight what to start with. And when I saw Susan, I wanted to go over that with her. I've made a list of everyone that has bought them, and I just happened to remember her name. I don't know why it is not coming up. Let me try it. Well, oh, I see what it is. I've got them as a buy now, and I want them as an auction. All right. Sorry about all this, guys. But as I said, also, I've got two other sets of these little dolls or die cuts that I'm working on. And both of them are a lighter. This is for all 23 of them. This and the two I'm working on are a are lighter shades, for more like for spring and summer. Okay, while we're here, I also have listings where you can get 8 of them. Excuse me, 8 of them. Hi, paper. Did I start that? I can't remember. We'll try it. And I have separate packs. So if anyone would like those, then I'll show you the packs that you can pick from. I just think these would be amazing on, say, a card, a tag, and then put that on there. And you do see some white because they are cut from white cardstock, and but you want a few? Okay, let me run this, and this is for 8 of them. And I'll show you the packs you can pick from. Thank you. Okay, so here, let me get these out of the way. Okay, so here is the first choice. You've got a blue one, you've got a green one. There's only one green dress in all of them. With the others, there's quite a bit of blue, there's black, there's reds. So I went ahead and put a green one in 2 different packs since I have 23. And with the second green, see, their hands just came out so much better after I learned more about removing backgrounds. Oh, trial and error. Okay, so here's one set. Here is the next one. This is one of my favorite. Just a little tiny, you can't hardly tell it, but it did cut that little spot out. The canes came out much stronger this time. So yeah, I don't know if any of you have ever experimented with removing backgrounds, but whew, it's it can be challenging. But each time I do it, I learn a lot more. And so I think it's just going to get better and better. The outerwear in these is just gorgeous on some of those. Okay, that was set 2. Here's set 3. We have got her. This plaid lady was a pain in my you know what. That hole in the top of her hat would not cooperate. I don't know how many times I worked on her. Oh, she's about to allow me to strangle myself. And this is the pack that has the a green in it also. That pretty rosy pink color. And then this one. So, now that I've shown you all of them, do you have one that you would like to pick? We'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay, the last one. You got it. Thank you so much. Yeah, the rest of tonight, after the show, I'm going to be cutting out paper dolls or die cuts, whatever we want to call them. Thank you so much. Thank you. I just read your note. Yeah, the main thing with the first time I did them was that uh the glasses or the canes weren't too great, and even some of their hands. I mean, as far as the color and all that, everything was fine, but I'm just glad to have gotten them a little bit better. I'm going to run it one more time now that I've shown them all, just to make sure. I've got these two individual ones left for tonight. I'll have more by my next show. I have found out and figured out how to join raid trains, and I'm kind of excited. I've been in 2, and I've got my third one tomorrow morning. It's a de-stash your craft room type raid train, but I'm kind of excited to start doing more raid trains. All right, so I've got stuff in the auction. I've got stuff in the buy it now. I got a lot of stuff in the buy it now. A lot of it is, the paper stuff are items I usually have as auction. But like I said, a lady asked if I could put, was from the last raid train actually, asked if I could put some of that stuff in the buy it now so you could buy it whenever you wanted. So that's what I set up, and it's going to be a trial today and see if I want to keep it that way or what I want to do. But I can bring stuff in and run it, and or yeah, I can run it. I can change it and run it as an auction. So like I said, I had trouble deciding what to start with tonight. I think because my head was so much in those die cuts, I didn't take time to ponder very long. And what I thought I'd do is something a little different and do a combination of French paper items. Usually I do, invoices, or I do documents. And I thought tonight we could do it. Here's a French invoice from 1899. Here's a smaller one from 1883. And then I have been hoarding my checks, and I thought it was time to allow you guys to have some if you would like. So see. I'm going to pin it. There we go. So we've got those two invoices. And then we have a check right here. It has Paris up there. That's cool. 1946. And here is one from 1937. I fell in love with French checks. I don't know what it is. Well, I think it's all of the writing that's on them, and that almost all of them have some sort of a stamp. I think they call those revenue stamps. Then I thought I would add an envelope. This is an envelope with a letter included, and it's on blue paper. And I thought that just made a nice little change. Oh, and you can hear the crinkle. There's a liner inside the envelope. That's kind of cool. I've got some other envelopes too that are the folded type envelopes. Now, I always like to take requests. If there's something you want to see, please don't hesitate to ask. We'll start with these bundles and see what you guys think. And then, oh, I had a book show last week, so I have a lot of beautiful French rag paper books in my Buy It Now. I finally went through all of them and got them pictures taken and got them listed. Let's try one more of these. And if they're not popular, we'll find something else to look at. Let's look at, I'm trying to dig one out here at the bottom. Here is a blue one. Oh, here is a blue one from 1892. You can tell it's a little wrinkled. And then we'll add, this is kind of pretty. It's on a really thin paper, an crinkly type paper, 1881. And then we have got this check. Oh, it says Paris right there. That's nice. And then I will add one of these really pretty. Have you guys seen, if you've been to my shows, you've probably seen it. But these are folded French letters. Now, I say letter, it could be an invoice, which is what this is, I believe, from 1896. Can you hear how thin that is? And before envelopes, this is how they sent their mail. They either wrote a letter or made up this invoice and then put it in the mail. And it's so fun to figure out, well, most of the time it is, to figure out how they folded it. These are some of my favorite, that really thin material. I'm going to go ahead and get this one started. If I do the folded envelopes and a check, Um, or I'll do 2 checks and a more normal type envelope. Car, welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you, thank you. Let me. All of these will come in a cellophane wrap. I'll do it over here. You know, one of those see-through bags, whatever you call them. And find a good spot to start stacking them. There we go. All right. What have we got next? Here is a pretty invoice. $18.99. Huh. Isn't that something? We were here for the turn of the century, and the people at that time were too. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say? 1884, I believe. Look at the beautiful font. Here is a pretty little blue invoice. You can't hardly tell it in the light, but it is a really pretty light blue. And then, so you guys tell me if there's something specific you want to see. We can do whatever you'd like. Let's add this one. That's pretty. 1894. And then I will throw in another one of those pretty folded envelopes. They are all like the first one I showed, folded up. And then we'll add in, that's a pretty check. All kinds of words and writing. We'll get it started. I need a drink of water. My throat's already getting dry. Thank you very much. That was a pretty good little bundle for $5, wasn't it? All right, how about I show you some? This is a document. It's a smaller one, but it is on a really light, like they call it, I think, robin's egg blue rag paper. It's just amazing. And look here, on the back, you could do the folding up of it if you wanted to. I don't see a date right offhand. I'm going to guess 1800s. All right. Then we've got this 1887. It has a watermark in it. Or maybe it's just the mark of the paper. I think that's what it is. All of this stuff is so amazing. If you're a collector of, the French antique papers, that's awesome. But then there's also a big, um, what's the word? Uh, a lot of people collect it or get it to use in junk journals. All right. That's a pretty cool invoice. 1884. Hard pan dealers. I th- oh, this isn't French. Ah, 1884. I'm going to put that one to the side because I've got some American stuff I wanted to show you guys. So we'll stay in the French. I thought I had more invoices than I'm finding. Where are they all at? Okay, this one's cool. This one's 1899. It has some beautiful fonts on that. Okay, and here we've got a check. Oh, that has Paris stamped on it. Hi, Maritza. I sure can. I'll do that right after this, Lurcar. So we've got that, and then I'll add another. Hey, Maritza, take a look at my show notes. You were a previous purchaser of those die cut dolls. So here is the letter, and it's folded up like that. Let's run this one. So, people like to use these in junk journals. But then I also realized that in junk journals, we may not want to use the authentic stuff all the time or ever because it's more expensive. So I started scanning a lot of um, items, and that's what are sitting in the buy it now right now. And I can show them and bring them up if you guys would like to see those. Larcar, thank you. There's that. You got that pretty document. Maritza, I'm doing well. I hope you are too. Let me see what 125 is. Okay, yeah. Maritza has some of these. Look at this. This is huge. Yeah, that's why, because you bought them a couple times, if I remember right. And this is rag paper, guys. And these measure, don't I have it lit? Well, I didn't even tag it or pin it. Good grief. Okay, pin. There we go. Is it going? I'm trying something new today and having a lot of this in the buy now. Okay, I think somebody bought one because I did see two a minute ago. So if it's up like this, you guys are able to get it? Okay, perfect. So, yeah, 10 1/4 across this way and 16 inches high. And this is rag paper. And when I take something apart, I mean, there wasn't any cover. Oh, you did? Latin ones? Oh, wow. Big ones like this? I'm thinking you might have gotten two. Let me look. You got two of them, Larkar. And so for just one, it's this folio. So you're going to get two of these great big. This one on this side is super, super soft. If you're not familiar with rag paper, it's amazing paper to work with. It's practically indestructible. I mean, you could tear it, don't get me wrong, but for it to hold up, it doesn't flake off like, some, the book pages that came out. Oh, yes. Good idea. All right. Well, you got a couple of those coming to you. And that'd be awesome. I need to remember that. Hopefully, I saved some for myself. Actually, I've got some more. I don't know why I only had two in there. Let me do something here. Um, Inventory. Just in case. But you could get a lot of good use out of those great big large pieces like that. And you could cut them down in half, or even thirds possibly to use in junk journals. There it is. I don't know why nothing comes up easy for me on these. I only had two in there because that's what I only thought I had, but I have more paper clipped. So anyway, I'll put them back up in case. Okay. Yes, yes. Oh, okay. They're already showing up. I see you buying them. Amazing. Hey, something worked out, huh? Ah, good job. You got it. I got it. And you got it. And if anybody else wants them, there's more there. That is a fantastic idea for a background. So, let me show you. I have got, I know this is a primarily French show, but I have got kind of a buildup of some beautiful American paper. These, oh, that's not a very pretty one. Looks like oh, that's funny. They um, pasted this bottom section over the top of the actual page. Look at that. Oh, okay, let's go to a different one. This is a really pretty light blue. And these are American, and they are stock. The undersigned hereby transfers shares of the capital stock of the Lakeshore and Michigan Southern Railway Company. And then, well, let's go with this one. This is nice. It's a blank one. It has Boston up here. 185, 18.5. Oh, a stock sheet. Then let's go with, I'll go with this one. This is a nice, these are long. So there's another stock sheet. And then I'll throw in, I meant to do 2 and 2, and I got excited about the stock sheets. So let's throw this ledger sheet in. Again, this is American. I'm trying to find the date. Looks like doctor up there, right up there in the corner. It has the beautiful, you see the numbers in the corner? I love, and it has a really nice patina. Okay, so let's run this one. Thank you guys for loving those big old sheets. How many more did I put in there? And then, let me get this posted. In, put in bundle. I don't know why I'm singing. Okay, it's titled Bundle of French Paper Items, but I'm going to run it under that because I want to start it at 5. You know, so that's some pretty American. I am trying to get sorted out here and get less stuff around here. If I would stop buying, I bet that would help, huh? All right, there's. Thank you very much, Susan. All right, then we've got. Let's do. Look at this cutie. This is a smaller one. Ledger sheet, 1910. And you've got the 127 in the corner. City, city tax, maybe notifications. You got that number. And then here is another one similar to the pack before. And this one on this side. Pretty. And then we'll add this blue. This is a smaller version of the shares transfer sheet. It's smaller. And then what have I got? Look at this. Canada Southern. And those numbers. Do you have a blue ledger paper? Do I have a blue ledger paper? I have 8.5 by 11 of blue. They've been scanned and printed. Blue American pack. And it has a lot of ledgers and some blue shares in it too. Do you have a blue ledger paper? 11 by 14, like rectangle. I have a big blue one, but I think it's bigger than that. I'll show you that after this. How's that? So there's 3 ledgers, a share, and I'll throw in a check. Well, there's Paris again. It's all over them. And we'll run that. Yeah, Maritza, if you're still here, I um, started removing the background of some other Victorian ladies, and I realized I didn't do as good a job as I could have on those first ones, so I redid them. And that's why I want those of you that had bought them to have an updated set. Okay, so that's Susan, and this is Susan. I'm going to put all of these together. There we go. Well, where did the sticker go? There it is. Okay. All right, so here is the blue American. These are big. I'm thinking they're bigger than what you might be looking for. Let me measure real quick. Oh, thank you, Maritza. This is almost 11 inches wide. Well, that's what you said, wasn't it? So maybe this is what you're looking for. And then we've got, that's 12. Oh, and another 13, 14, 15, 16, a little over 16. That's the size you said, wasn't it? That's a little longer. But this is beautiful. And if you guys know anything about items on blue paper, they're hard to come by. So this is a folio, so it's actually 2 sheets together. I always try to keep the pages to what keeps beeping? Oh, it's my scale, I think. I always try to keep the pages together when I take them out of a book or a ledger. Now, this is big. When I have scanned mine and printed them out, they're 8.5 by 11. I haven't printed anything 11.5 by 17 yet, on the legal paper. Let me show you the blue pack in case this might be something more you're interested in. I have this pack. Those are my notes. And it is all blue. And they might be the same. Like this is from the same ledger. You can tell by the, columns and everything and by the numbers, but they're not, none of them are duplicate. I just think this pack is beautiful. And this is American, kind of a blue gray, a real light baby blue. I did do some. Now, see, something like this, I could print 11 by 17. I betcha. But I have come up with, I've scanned a lot of items. I love that color of blue. Trying to, let's see, it would be in the buy now because I'm testing, putting stuff in buy now. Let me look it up. Blue. All right. Whoop. Pin product. There we go. So there are 16 ledger sheets and then 5 of the shares. So a total of 21 pieces of paper. And I've printed these on really nice 28-pound paper, and it's as smooth as butter. It is really pretty. And in case you're wondering why there's, amounts of white, I do that because I noticed when I was buying digitals that they make them, to fit the 8.5 by 11, but a lot of that gets cut off, at the bottom or at the top. And I like seeing the whole thing. And then I like the fact that it's kind of a different shape, if we were going to use it in a junk journal. Okay, so I have gone through all that. Leanne, is one of these something you're interested in? I also, the blue, I'm going to have to start at $10 a page. So this one, since it's a folio, would be 10. I do have a single one, and I'll start that at 5 if you'd like that. Let me get my chat down. There was only one in there that was sideways. Oh, in this pack, I um this one, I think there were a couple sideways. I would want to do, let's see, these I'm selling for roughly $1.25 each. So if if you did at least 2, let me find the other sideways one. I don't mind that at all. Thought there was a second one that was side. Yeah, this one. Here's this one too. Yeah. So you would like these two? I'd probably do them at 3. Is that okay? Okay. Let me get this set up. Well, I'm glad you found something you liked. Let's see. Let's do, what do I have? I have that starting at 5. We'll change it to 3. There you go. These are a pretty color of blue too, and I love all the rusty effects that were on that page. Yeah, I didn't do anything to these. These are what they actually look like. Thank you very much. Let me get these in a bag. Glad you glad you found something. I need to just make myself a note so I don't forget to put two back in there, huh? Sure. I've just started doing the numbers too. After the first raid train, I realized it's easier. So I've numbered things, and now I definitely don't have them memorized. Okay, 116. Let me look it up. Oh, I think that must be something authentic because, yes, French invoices. So would you rather have more French invoices, or would you like a check in there or an envelope instead of a check? Envelope, okay. You love the checks and the envelopes. Gotcha. All right. Welcome in, everyone. We are just kind of looking around, and right now we're going to start looking at some 1800s um, invoices. Add horizontal. If I don't write it down, I'll never remember. Anyone else have that problem? Leanne, would you like to see the die cuts first or the invoices? I have for tonight, what I have left are um, this pack of 8. So you have this one and this one. You betcha. Let me make a list. 116 and 126. Okay. And then there's this one. Leanne, you asked for the invoices and the dolls, right? Oh, no. Oh, okay. I need to do some invoices for Laura Carr because she needs to jump off. Or this will just give you an idea. And then we'll look at these even closer after I do some invoices. Sorry about that. I was thinking you both start with L, and I thought it was the same person. Okay, let's get down in here and get to actual invoices. I don't have as many as I thought I had. Interesting, huh? All right, here's this one. 1887. Here is a pretty brown 1880. And then we have, here's a pretty, here's a blue one, 1884. And then let's add this check. You haven't seen either one. Is it, am I, oh, Larkar, thank you. Okay, Leanne. Yeah, Larkar had asked for the invoice sets, and I thought it was you. So I was not correct. All right, and then this one, 1884. And this, thank you, Leanne. And this one is one that you can fold up to make into a envelope. Gosh, I'm trying to think and talk at the same time and it isn't working. Okay. So this is 1, 2, 3. There's 5 there. All right, we're going to get it started. And it's running now. And thank you. There's, oh, Maritza, hello. Maritza has been coming to my shows for a long time. Thank you, Maritza. All right. Here is another one. I don't, this is driving me crazy. Now this one is in a little bit rougher shape, but it's a real pretty brown and has got some beautiful words up there in calligraphy. 1888. And this one is 1887. Now, let's find another blue one. I got a few blue hanging around. 1884. Look at that. Wow. All that writing. That's cool. Come on. See what this is. Here is this one from 1887. Fabrication. E.T. Cokes. I should know what E.T. means, but I don't remember. Okay, and then here is an envelope. In case you weren't here, I'll show you guys what these do if you aren't familiar. Before envelopes, which I think was 18, what reason I'm thinking Must have been 1950. Could it have been that recent that envelopes came out? I don't know. But before envelopes, this is how they mailed letters and or invoices. And what is so cool about these is you'll find if you get very many of these, you're going to find that they came up with all kinds of imaginative ways to fold these and secure them for the mail. And there's you can see the back side of the wax seal right there. A lot of them are torn right there too when the person would have opened it. We're going to run this one when they would have opened it to read it. Larkar, thank you very much. I am running into a bunch of duplicates and it's kind of driving me crazy. For there we got. Thank you very much. All right. We'll start off with the blue one. Look at that. I bet this one was folded. And it was. Looky here. I also have in the buy now um, some of these folded envelopes. I have scanned and printed them out on vintage typewriter paper. You betcha. I'll do this last invoice one and we can come back to them because I've got 3 numbers now on a list I need to get to for the other gals. This one's I don't know, 1876 or 56. I'm not positive. So there are those 3. And here is the 4th one, 1887. And then let's put this check in. This one's nice and bright and colorful. That's pretty. All right, we're going to start it now. Maritza, thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, we're going to move to the dolls. Thank you, Larkar, you too. Okay, so these were great big lithographs, like 18 by, I don't know, 12 or something, and painted um, French lithographs. Well, I call them that. French hand painted, I don't know the technical word, can you tell? But I scanned them, and in the bite now, I have 8.5 by 11 sheets printed out of the full lithograph. So then what I did was I went into software and took the background away and made these paper dolls or die cuts, whatever we want to call them. I now have a total of 23. You can buy a set that has all 23, or what I have left for tonight is 2 sets of 8. So it'd be 16 of the 23. And this is the first one I have. This dark blue. I showed this one, but I'll show it again. I really worked hard, to get their fingers and everything. That's the main thing that changed between the first set and these. But I'm kind of excited to get the others ready to go too. But I felt bad because they weren't as good as they should have been for the people who bought them originally. Is that making any sense? Oh my God. Okay, so here, that's a pack of 8. This is the other pack that you can pick from if you would like a pack of 8. I've got this pretty beautiful reddy pink. I just can't get over some of the outerwear that they would have worn. Isn't that crazy? We've got her and her. And there you do see a little bit of white, but I would just ink it up with vintage photo, or what's the other one that I've been recommended? Um, that new scorched timber to get them that way, or get them looking vintage. Okay, so then the other option for tonight is to get all 23 of them. And we just looked at this set and this set. Yeah, I don't think we saw these. So you'll get all of them, the 2 that I showed, plus these additional ones that are in the third set. By my next show, no, I use my cutting machine. And when I started working on these yesterday, I was so irritated because I had to get it I had to calibrate it. And I didn't know where the little thing was that you have to use. But I found it. Those are in that other book. Okay. So we've seen all 23. So you have a choice of all 23 or your choice of 8 packs. Let's see. And you said 116. I can't remember if that was for. Oh, no, that was 126. No, maybe it wasn't a number. Let's find it. Aren't these the ones I had trouble with earlier? Okay, here we go. This is for your choice of this or this set of 8. And we'll get it started now. And then I'll run the set of all 23. Oh, thank you, Leanne. Like I said, I've got 2 more sets I'm working on, and they're more spring and summery colors. So I'm excited to get those rolling. All right, here is the set for all 23. All 23 of them. Leanne, are these what you were asking for, or have I totally. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I just thinking I had a brain fart or something. Oh, shoot. Okay, here is the 8, and you'll get a choice. You can have a choice of this set or this set. Oh, good, Mel. I have them ready to cut. I just haven't um, gotten them cut yet, but I should have them done. I don't know what shows I have scheduled for next week. Thank you so much, Leanne. Would you like one or two? Two. Okay. You got it. I think I said these are on 45-pound paper, so they're sturdy. Yeah, so I have a short, or I think maybe an hour raid train in the morning, and then I don't have anything going on this weekend, so I should be able to get those. Oh, yes, I could run the other 8. They are going. Thank you so much. I'm going to put 2 right there so I know that's both auctions. And I'll put them all in the same little bag. Thank you very much. I haven't even had a chance to play with these myself because I keep trying to come up with goodies to make and haven't done anything. But I got in the Junk Journal Jamboree for March. I couldn't believe it. I got in time, and you make a complete journal, junk journal. And so I think I want to use some of these in it. So thank you so much, Leanne. All right. Anyway, long story short, we got a raid from Gina. Thank you so much, Gina. Oh, Wintertime Crafts. Hello. I was in your show until just before 5 when yes, hello, friend, when I came on for my show. If you guys don't know Gina, you've got to follow her. I think everybody knows Gina. If you're into French or junk journaling, she's your gal. And Gina, good. I'm glad you had fun. Good, good. I was just showing him the paper dolls. And Gina, I went through and improved these. And so I've been kind of bragging on that tonight. The little die cut paper dolls. What I have left for tonight is a pack of all 23. But I really fine tuned the detail in their hands, and that I didn't do the first time. Gina, I would have thought you would have bought some of these, but I don't see you on in my orders list as having bought some of these. I know I don't have you in my list, so what I'm doing for is for anyone who um, bought some of my original ones, if I've got it in my show notes. If you purchase any item, I'm going to throw in a whole new set of all 23 in there. So I can do a set of 23, or could break these up too if we wanted. But that's all I had ready for tonight because I have been working on 2 more sets that are going to be more spring and summer colors. And I'm pretty excited. I should have those ready for tomorrow. These are all 20, and there used to be 21. Now there's 23. and you get them all, they're 19. This is one of my favorites. I don't know why. I'm not a black clothing person, but okay, I'll run them. I'm not a black clothing person, but I love that dress. Thank you, Gina. You are a doll. But yes, this is the I have you remove the background from these hand painted prints that I bought from France, and I thought I had them pretty good. Then I started working on these next two sets and realized I didn't catch enough of the detail. So I'm so excited to be able to say that I am very, yeah, Christine liked them too. I'm very excited to say I'm very happy with the details on all of these. And I just think for our junk journals and things, these would just be splendid. Thank you so much, Gina. Yes, I will run another because I'm printing out a ton of sets. So I guess if anyone else wants any, I'll just keep running them. I was going to limit to just the one, but I'm like, God, half of, I got a couple more sets already cut out. Oh, I don't, it's been a crazy day. That's all I can say. Okay, let me get them going here. I think I only listed it one, but we're going to get it back up here. I can do this quicker on my laptop. But Gina, thank you so much for rating me, and tell us about um tell us about your show tomorrow. You guys have got to see what she's going to be selling. It's phenomenal. She gave us a preview on her show. She was on 2 hours before I started. Inactive is probably where it's at, huh? There they are. Let's just put 10 in there. And get it rolling. All right, it's pinned, and I'm starting the auction. The velvet is amazing. We got to see a sneak peek of that. Thank you, Gina. All right, that one, get another one coming for you. But I will get these in the bag for Christine, because I think it was, yeah, Christine. Ah, I remembered. Okay, get her name on here. Your show's in the afternoon, isn't it, Gina? I think I have it. Think I have it already bookmarked. Okay, I'll run one more just in case anyone else would like a set. Then we can move on. Somebody asked for 312. All right, let's see what it is. Now I put a number down wrong. I put down, oh, I know what the problem is. Good grief. Okay, the looms and the other dealies. Okay, let me, I gotta move some stuff around. Hang tight. Anybody know what these are? All right, here we go. I think I'm down to 2 of the looms. Okay, they're in Buy It Now. And they're in Buy It Now. And so I went ahead and pinned these Weaver shuttles. That's what I should be calling them. These are actually from France. I have 2 of those. So if anybody would like one of those, they're pinned right now in the Buy It Now. And then I have quite a few of these. These aren't from France. Let me get them pinned. Yeah, part of my problem is I'm needing to remember that they are in the Buy Now. This is new for me. I'm trying to sort out the best way to do all this. Okay, so these are antique bobbin spools. You get 2 for 10. So if anybody would like some of those, I've got them. Thank you. Do you like the real rusty? That's pretty rusty, isn't it? Or I'll stay away from that one and give you ones. Bundle. Like, yes, put trim. That'd be beautiful. Bundle, meaning you'd like more than 2? Is that what you're telling me? I'm sure it's me not understanding. Okay, well, awesome. These are not for sale yet. I just got them last week, and they're a bobbin. Okay, good, good. Perfect. I'm very happy. Look at this. I have to brag about it. Hell, and I'm trying to remember what the heck it's called now. Bobbin lace something. Look at this. I'm learning more that this, I bought it, from my guy in France, and it actually, look at that. Someone made that. Oh, you can't see it. Somebody made the lace that is back here on this thing. And it's really tangled right now, but this is the pattern. And that's why there's so many. Look at these pretty glass pins. Oh, I don't even know. I think they'd have to be $5 each until I have a little more time. I think that's what I'm going to probably have to do because this whole contraption and these weren't cheap. Oh, this is called bobbin. Why can't I remember? Bobbin lace. And that's how they weaved the. So I would say, I don't blame you for wanting them. I would have to say for the 18. Okay. Would you like the darker wood ones? I do have 4 of the lighter wood. This one's kind of two-toned. Look at that. The dark. Okay. They're really, they're really something else. I had just found out about those. Um, I shouldn't have brought it out till I could remember the name, right? Um, I just learned that there was such a thing in December, and then the next thing I know, the guy I buy from in France had one, and I'm like, I have to have that. Let me get the auction set up. All right, we'll go with. I'm going to edit this real quick. I'll put 4 bobbin lace spools. I just think they're amazing. I'm so glad you like them. Just about there. And we'll get it started. And there we go. Thank you, thank you. Awesome. You are very welcome. Thank you. I noticed this one has, it's a little cracked right there, so I won't send you that one. There we go. Is there anything else anyone would like to see? Whoop. Let's see. Let's see. We could do. I'm just looking around trying to decide. Hi, Wintertime Crafts. Yes, I do. Let me show them to you. I would, I think, is that my last four, I believe? I got them right here. I'll be able to count. Look at this. If you were here when I showed the die cuts, this is where I got it all from. It started here. And you can tell where it's the hand painted part, where it's, yeah, see? Oh, Melson, thank you. Yes, I was in her show for quite a while, but man, she goes and stays up late. She and I have become really pretty good friends. And um oh, thank you so much for coming. And so I I knew she was telling a whole lot. You were in the whole time. How late was she on? Because I went to bed at, I think it was 11 Central Time. Yeah, and she's the same as me because she's in Texas and I'm in Kansas. And so, show before last, she was on for 12 hours straight. Yep, Milson, I have got, gosh, I went to bed at 3 or 3:30. Holy moly. So she was up again a long time. All right, here's the next one. This one has a little bit more damage going on in a corner missing up here. Look at all the hand painting that's done on this one. She's going to actually send me a bunch of things like this, and I am going to scan and um, make things from. Okay, and so here's the fourth one. This was the cover. Look at the difference in the color, of the paper. This was the, well, see, there wasn't an actual cover on this thing. It was just some were bound in here. These, I don't think any of these were. And you can see look at all the painting that was done on this one. So I would, I would take 15 off. I would sell you all four for the price of three. So 45 for all four. That, because they were at 15 each. Yeah. And, or you can sure make me an offer. I would buy a spring and summer set if you'd want to add it to my package when you're done. Oh, let's see. I don't know how many. Let's do because I'm pretty sure I can have them done this weekend. You got it, wintertime. Let me get you an auction set up. These are my last four. I had a lady just last week. I had these four and the seven that were outerwear, and a lady came in and bought all seven of the outerwear. I was so surprised. Not in a show, just, a buy now, not in the shop or whatever you call it. You know, let's see. I'm just going to put four lithos. And I have big enough brown cushion um, shipping sack things, packages. And I don't have to do anything to these. I can just throw them in. It'll be it'll be awesome not having to worry about protecting these anymore. And it is running now. Thank you so much. I will have them wrapped up I even have the clear plastic bags big enough to hold these. I did that mostly because of these. Well, and then I have some, the oversized ledger pages. Oh, hi, Michelle. Oh, thank you, Wintertime. I'm so glad you asked, and I'm glad to have some. These actually came from France, and I bought them a few months ago and made my little die cuts with them and thought I was ready to. I probably had them 6 months and I was ready to start letting them go. Yeah, ledger pages are giant sometimes. I have, let's see, I don't have any full sets to show you, but the spring and summer, this is okay. So from these hand painted prints, I removed the backgrounds and made these die cuts. And what I was telling them is there's 23 total. This is only a little bit of them. What I was telling them is that I am working on some new sets that are more spring and summer colors. And I have the back because I have to remove the background. And when I did these the first time back in August, it was my first time to try and remove the background of something. And I did a really cruddy job around the hands and eyeglasses and canes. But I've gone back in and fixed these. And because I learned from the spring and summer sets that I was working on, I learned more. And I'm going to have those, I should be able to have those ready to go by my next show. But, oh, Leanne, sounds fun. Thank you so much for being here. Um, let's see. So, Michelle, that's, yeah, what I was trying to answer for you. And Melson asked if she could buy a set of the spring and summer. The only problem is one set I know I have like 9, but the other set has a bunch like this. So if I did like 19, I could make sure you have, a bunch. I don't know if that makes sense or not. You want to do that? Okay. Okay. Long I need to make the long story shorter. Let's do, I'm gonna pull up the current ones, but oh no, I'll do a random and I'll put spring and summer. That's what we'll do. Oh, thank you. I text Shelly today. I said, I sold a lot of those. She likes these die cuts, but she likes lighter colors, right? And I said, I didn't do as good a job as I could have on that first set, and I've had over 20 people buy them, and I want to make it right. And oh, Lord. She said, you sound kind of like a perfectionist like me. And I said, well, I just want to, be fair and do it properly. I don't want to, I don't want people to think I don't, you know, sell them decent things. Okay, if it's going to be, I better do 4 to 7 ounces. Let me go back, edit, and we're going to put spring die cuts. How about that? That sounds good. And they were, I believe that set of 23, I had them at 19. Yeah. Save changes. It's getting ready to run. And it's a going. Thank you. Thank you. I can't go hours like Paper Swan does. I don't know how she does it. I sure don't, Michelle. They are they actually the smaller set. I bought French theater magazine covers or pamphlet covers from the early 1900s. And that's the first set. And they are um, really pretty and colorful. Well, here, you know what? I can show you the pictures. Okay, so Melson, this isn't the set I was thinking for you because it's a smaller one, but if you like it, we can add it. So, see, I put them on here in the software. This one has a teacup. And then I use, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a Caesar Juliet versus like the maker from Cricket. It does such a good job with print and cut. I can get 3 to a page if I have 2 heads one way and the other one the other way. So we've got these. Well, we're up to 12. So I guess you can look. I love this outfit. These are all the ones from the theater cover. He was selling just the on Whatnot the cover of some theater magazine, I guess is what you call it. And I bought quite a few. Geez, this set's much bigger than I thought. There's this one. Okay. And here's the gal in the middle. I'll have to count how many there are. I want to make it, the price right for you guys. No, these aren't the theater. Wait a minute, wait a minute. I think I got them all combined. Those two are theater. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get organized here. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Okay, most of those that I was just showing you were the bigger set. I think these were too. Okay, here are the theater ones. They're distinctly different. I don't know what I was thinking. But they've got some really pretty colors of clothing. Yeah. The teal and pink on this one. Here's the pink. Okay, so I'm sorry if I'm confusing you. The ones that I've started showing you are, look, this, they have, it seems to me like a lot more elaborate everything for the theater ones. And this one, she was leaning over a table. I don't know if I should have left the table or not. Oh my God. We're still theater. And then I've got this one and this one. And these are early 1900s. Yeah, when I was removing the coffee table she was leaning on, I don't know if that looks very nice. Okay, so for the theater, I've got 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'd probably do 12 if you want those. Then the other set I was showing you is the big set, like the ones from earlier. And these are from the French Lamode, French Lamode Illustrati or something, however you pronounce it. And it was when I was removing the background on all of these that I learned even more and got better at it. Her little glasses up on her shoulder. We were talking last night in Paper Swan's show. Can you imagine having to dress like this in Kansas or Texas, the hot parts of the country? Here's that beautiful. That reminds me of like a wedding. And I loved these. A couple of them had the beautiful umbrellas with them. And this one. Oh, I would have died a heat stroke. Well, back then they wouldn't have had air conditioning either, would they? That one's definitely wetting. She's got a little pair of glasses and a cane behind her. So, Melson, this was the set I was thinking for you, the ones I'm showing right now from Lamode. If you'd like the theater ones too, I can run them. Look at that umbrella. The background removed, so nice. Like this one, she was holding on to a rail, and it's really hard in the program to get in those little teeny tiny places. So I just left that there like she's holding on to something. And then these are the last two. You want the other ones too? Okay. From the theater ones, correct? Let's, I'll do this one and that one under 1 to 3. And we'll edit. And that's what's nice about a Thursday evening show. I can do this because they give us so many days to, get the shipments out. And I'll have through Monday. So that'll give me time to get these cut and ready to go. And I'm getting it started right now. So that'll be for all of these that I've just shown you. Thank you. All the ladies, yes. Even the one bending over the coffee table. I don't know why I think that's funny, but I do. Um, okay. Gosh, we've had a fun time. Is there I'm kind of getting tired, guys. I usually take a nap. Oh, I want to get one of her journals, but what I say to myself is that's silly, Pam, because you know how to make a journal. And so I haven't given in yet, but she sure has some pretty ones, doesn't she? Melson, I've got if you want copies of French, yeah, of French anything. I've got checks, ledgers, invoices to put in journals. I've got all kinds of packs that I've scanned the authentic. You would? Oh, girl. I start showing you these. Okay, let me move these over here. And these over here. And I'm going to leave these here so I don't get them messed up. Okay, well, I have a pack of 15 that is all French invoices. I have a pack of 20 that is all French invoices. Another pack of 20. Oh, they're stuck. Whoa. Those are invoices. These are ledgers. These are beautiful rag paper documents. I'll just show these real quick. The first one, this one, or this one. This one. I think they're 25. You get 20, yeah, 20 pieces of paper. And then here is another. I just love these. And I don't know if you were in here when I was talking about it, but I I don't print them fit to page. Okay, I print them so that the entire document, that you can see it. A lot of digitals, they print it to fit the page, and then but then you lose a lot of the goodies. Here's one that would have been from a wealthy family because thank you, Melson, because the writing is really large. And this would have been a 1700s because they always drew these lines at the end of each row. Here's a real oldie. Well, that was pretty too. This is one of my favorites. I even leave the jagged edges so that you can use a decal ruler or, just tear or whatever you want to do along those edges to keep it looking authentic. Yeah, they're really pretty. See, what number was that one? I'll run it just in case there's someone that would like it. Oh, it's in a buy now, so all I have to do is I will pin it. No, it's not 206. Oh, 207, duh. Pin it. 22 for 15 pieces. So, yeah. Well, I guess I'm going to say last call. Is there anything anyone would like to see before we call it a show? I've got to get ready. I have a raid train in the morning for an hour, a destashing raid train. I think I'm going to destash some laces that I have. Thank you, Wintertime. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everyone. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. All right. I can't remember what I have scheduled, what shows of times I've got scheduled for next week. All I know is tomorrow I have a raid train in the morning for an hour, I think. Man, those raid trains, you can, there's all kinds of different times from like the Junk Journal Jamboree in March is only 20 minutes, but it's because you're selling a finished junk journal. And then, there can be 30-minute, 45-minute, and 1 hour ones. Well, thank you again, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.